If you ever wanted to know how the points are earned for a Splatfest team, or how to get the most points for your team, you came to the right place. We're going to be removing some of the mysticism surrounding the Splatfests, and how to earn the most clout. So, let's get started. The first thing we need to do is talk about what does it actually mean to get the most clout. For anyone who has the Nintendo Switch Online app, you might have noticed something. If you look at the Splatfest section of the app, and look at any of the Splatfest results, you'll notice that the clout you personally earned for the team is listed along with average clout for the team. When they say that a team has the most clout, they're actually saying clout per person, or average clout across the whole team. This is important since it balances out the clout earned even if one team is far less popular than the others, but this also reveals something about the Splatfests. So let's say that every team has 1 million members. If that's the case and everyone plays the same amount, then the average clout would be a reflection of the win versus loss ratios. Here's the problem, we just made two assumptions that are going to get us into trouble. The teams don't have the same amount of members, nor is every person playing for the same exact amount of time. If you ever thought about why popularity is even a factor, this is where it comes into play. More people are going to vote than the amount of people who are going to play in the Splatfest. Maybe someone forgot or just didn't have time to play for the weekend, but just by voting, Super Sea Snails are awarded. The more popular team has a higher chance of having more players who have earned 0 clout. That's a big burden on the average clout for the most popular team, so it needs a little bit of a boost. Previously, the popularity and sneak peek results were weighted a little too heavily, but I definitely understand the logic of why the most popular team gets some free points. I would argue that the amount of points rewarded should be tweaked again to better reflect the popularity. The bigger the team is, the more likely it is that they would need the free points. Maybe I'll have to go into that further in another video. Anyway, at this point, you might be thinking, okay, but how do you actually win then? Well, keep your pants on, we're getting to that part now. If the popular team gets weighed down by players not playing, that means that the least popular team has the best chance of winning, right? Nope. It all depends on how much and what modes each team is playing the most. The points are awarded in 5 categories. The sneak peek is likely to be awarded to the team with the most votes, while popularity is guaranteed for one team. That leaves 12 points for Splatfest Open, 12 points for Splatfest Pro, and 18 points for Tricolor Turf War. There are a lot of combinations that will result in a team winning the Splatfest, but Tricolor Turf War is the most valuable one to win. If you're the team in the lead at halftime, you really want to be putting a lot of effort into Tricolor Turf War. Again, I have to applaud Nintendo for this choice. By decreasing the popularity and sneak peek points while at the same time increasing the points from Tricolor battles, they made it so that getting the highest average clout in that mode wins the Splatfest for the popular team. And why is this a good thing? Because the team in the lead is the one who is supposed to be the defending team. So by making that mode have the most valuable amount of points, it encourages the team in the lead to play it and actually defend. This also makes it so that the defending team has the most to lose for losing those matches. So then what should the other teams do? Unsurprisingly, the same thing. I'm definitely not telling everyone to skip the first half of the Splatfest and only play Tricolor Turf Wars. But when that mode is available, it's very important to be getting as much clout as you can in that mode. Because it's the most valuable category, the most popular team definitely wants those points, and the second and third place teams don't want them to get those points. Even though I'm putting emphasis on playing Tricolor Turf Wars, what really matters is that you play a somewhat even amount in all the modes. If you're only playing in Pro, you'll earn no clout for Splatfest Open, which will drag the team average down. The same goes for any mode that you don't play. So you'll want to be playing a little bit of a balanced amount of each mode to have the best chances of winning. Now there is one more aspect that we need to discuss. Do win versus loss ratios actually matter? Yes and no. Losing and clout have a complicated relationship. Since average clout is what matters rather than total clout, it means that playing for longer is more important than winning matches. If you're losing, It means that you're giving members of the other team more clout for that match, but depending on the mode, you'll be getting clout regardless of whether you win or lose. So let's say that you play for twice as long as two people from the other team. They won every match while you lost every match. You have a better than 50% chance to have actually raised your team's average clout by more than they did for theirs. Victories are less important depending on the mode, so we'll go over each of them quickly. Splatfest Open rewards clout for how much you paint, so it actually incentivizes one of two things or both. You either want a weapon that can paint a lot so that you can actually earn a lot of clout regardless of winning, or you need to pick a weapon that you rarely get splatted while using it. The less you're splatted, the more time you have to ink turf, regardless of the weapon. Therefore, you'll earn more clout. Winning is important too, since it will give you even more clout, but painting a lot can offset some of the clout earned by the other team even if you lose. In Pro mode, winning does actually matter. As long as you have one win for every loss, then playing longer is going to be helping your team a lot. The worse your win-loss ratio is, the less you're contributing to your team. But that's not to say that you aren't contributing at all. It's just that your impact will be lessened with each loss. But don't be too intimidated by this mode, because you will be matched up against people who have similar Splatfest power as you. So even if you lose a few at the beginning, it's because the game is determining your placement for future matches. I definitely recommend Splatfest Pro if you're doing solo queue. Tricolor Turf Wars are again a little tricky. Winning is important, but the Ultra Signal is also important for determining clout. Attempting to capture the Ultra Signal earns clout for the individual, and capturing it earns even more clout. Not only does capturing it give more clout, it also gives you and your teammate the same clout, resulting in twice the clout for your team. And while capturing the Ultra Signal doesn't automatically win the match for you, it does help by covering parts of the map. So Tricolor Turf Wars are similar to Splatfest Open in the sense that even if you lose while attacking, you can still offset some of the clout earned by the defending team if they win. If you want to know more about how to win Tricolor Turf War, check out my video on that mode. So that about wraps things up. As with many things in Splatoon, the game rewards engagement over victories. Winning matches during a Splatfest makes your time invested more valuable, but the takeaway is this: the more you play, the better your team will do. So for anyone that really wants their team to win, play as much as you can. But the only surefire way to win is to have fun. As long as we're all having fun, everyone wins. Splatfests are about bringing the community together and playing Splatoon. So play as much as you can, have fun, and may the luckiest team win. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully Splatfests make a little more sense now. Like, subscribe, and comment if you want. Thanks for watching, and, as always, good luck, and good splatting.